I'm Kerry Peters, a recognized thought leader in the Microsoft Dynamics community and a Microsoft MVP for business applications. Welcome to the Get Your New View podcast. Keep listening to learn how we work with frustrated Business Central and NAV users who struggle to use their system and find the answers that they need. We teach them to truly understand how the system can support their business processes to make immediate and lasting improvements. As a result, they get more done in less time, make better business decisions, and even love their system. Welcome to this episode of the Get Your New View podcast. Today, I have a special guest, Shawn Sissenwein, who is one of our senior consultants, and she's here to talk to us today about EDI as a phase 2 project. So, Shawn, why do companies put off EDI implementation until phase 2 of their project?
I would say almost most of the time is timing. It depends on when you're going live. I've got a lot of customers on EDI that between October, November, and December, you can't test with your trading partners during a blackout period. And so if you're going live with your system, you just may not have time to test, map everything and get your testing done in that allotted time.
Makes sense. Is it difficult to put EDI into place after go live?
It's not difficult. I would say that as far as your data in your system, everything is fine because the setup is done in a separate section. The only thing that, maybe would take into account is your cross-reference. So the customer cross-reference or item cross-reference. But most of the time, at least on the items, you've already got that cross-reference set aside. So when your customer orders this item and this number, it is this in your system.
Gotcha. What do companies not know about EDI and Business Central that you would like them to know?
I think the one thing to note is just kind of understanding the EDI and the flow. I think that understanding that and also understanding the documents, because a lot of times we'll talk about the 850, the 856, the 810, and everybody is going, okay, well, what does that mean? So 850 is your purchase order. So your customer sends you a purchase order, your 856. So just kind of understanding those documents and that terminology a lot of times is what holds people back just because they don't understand all the information and understand EDI.
Yeah, giving it real world terms and connecting it to those processes instead of those sometimes mysterious document numbers.
Right.
Yeah. So do you have a customer story to share about a company who's put EDI into place in phase 2 recently?
I do. And then I have a customer who already has trading partners. So you might be one where when you went live, you had 1 or 2 trading partners, but now all of a sudden you're going to start doing business with another trading partner, or, the process has changed. And so we had a customer who was doing some allowances, and they had been running EDI for many years, and we needed to go in and change that document and add some lines in there. The one thing that I would say is, make sure you go back and test, and that after you make your changes in a test environment, you test your processes all the way through and everything works correctly. And the trading partner signs off on that. Because anytime you make changes, no matter how small it is, you always want to have the trading partner sign off on your new document so you don't end up with chargebacks and, them not accepting your document.
Do you have phase 2 projects that have been on your to-do list for way too long? Did your team ever really get good training to understand how to use your business software? Do you think you could use more features of your software if you just knew how? Are you frustrated with inefficiency that never seems to get better? Do you suspect that there just has to be a better way, but you don't know what that is? We believe every company can benefit from increased efficiency and higher utilization of their software, and that it's possible to have fun while learning exactly how to do that. The experts at New View Strategies work with frustrated Business Central and NAV users who struggle to use their system and find the answers they need. We teach them to truly understand how the system can support their business processes to make immediate and lasting improvements. As a result, they get more done in less time, make better business decisions, and even love their system. Please contact us at 𝗚𝗲𝘁 to get started. Yeah. Do a lot of companies who have used EDI already, do they understand what those steps are, what those requirements are, or is that something that we generally help them with?
We will generally help them because a lot of times, unless they have an EDI department or an extension of IT or even customer service, whoever did the implementation for them, they were probably pretty hands off. And so they didn't understand. They just tested the document and somebody implemented it for you. So when there needs to be changes to that, they have no idea where to start.
Yep. If we have a company who's preparing to do an EDI project, what can they get ready before the start of that project?
One of the things they can get ready is item numbers and your data. So if this is a new trading partner, what you'll want to do is get that catalog items, what you're going to sell to your customer, and make sure that those items are loaded in the cross-reference. I've had a lot of times where that piece wasn't fine-tuned yet, and we came in and did the EDI mapping, but the data, the items were not matched. And so we had a hard time testing. So that is one thing that you can do, is just to make sure if you already are dealing with this customer and you already have those items set up, maybe pull them out, look at them, validate, and make sure that they are cross-referenced, so you're not just putting in a sales order and making the change manually because you're not integrated. Because those are the things that will error out when you start doing EDI.
Yeah. So how does NewView make it easy to implement EDI as a phase 2 project?
We make it easy, I think, because we've been through this process many times. And, in Business Central, you might have different EDI tools, but we understand EDI and the flow and what needs to happen. And so we can come in and help you with that. Train you too. A lot of times I like to go in and show the customer the mapping. So that way you understand, how the data, how the setup's happening, and you're educated. And that's always nice too, because later on, if you need to do something, you might still call, but at least you've seen the setup and you understand, where that information is at. So I think educating you on the EDI process and mapping.
Yeah, that's absolutely huge. Well, fantastic, Shawn. If you are interested in this type of project for your company, contact us today. It's super easy. Just give us a quick email at info@getyournewview.com, and we'll send up a quick 30-minute call to talk about how you can get phase 2 projects done like this at your company. Did your team ever really get good training to understand how to use your business software? Do you think you could use more features of your software if you just knew how? Are you frustrated with inefficiency that never seems to get better? Do you suspect that there just has to be a better way, but you don't know what that is? We believe every company can benefit from increased efficiency and higher utilization of their software, and that it's possible to have fun while learning exactly how to do that. The experts at NewView Strategies work with frustrated Business Central and NAV users who struggle to use their system and find the answers they need. We teach them to truly understand how the system can support their business processes to make immediate and lasting improvements. As a result, they get more done in less time, make better decisions, and even love their system. Please contact us at 𝗚𝗲𝘁 to get started.